Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Hitesh Pahuja, and I'm a software engineering leader creating enterprise software solutions from last 15 years. Currently, my work is focused on HCM and fintech space, creating solutions that provide small and the medium business workers, which are SMBs, the backbone for US economy, with the tools they need to focus on their jobs without taking the burden for the financial stress. The topic for our session is how to architect scalable platform for financial wellness for employees through the HCM and the fintech integration. This is just not a technical problem to solve or a challenge. This is a growing financial stress into the ecosystem industry for employees and they're directly impacting their productivity, engagement, and also impacting employer for the employee retention. Traditionally, HCM system often operates in the isolation from financial wellness tools. What are we going to explore today? How to bridge that gap? There's a unique opportunity to reimagine how workforce data and the financial insight can work together to create a meaningful employee experience. So let's spend some time, maybe 15, 20 minutes. We deep dive into the business use cases for this integration, the technical architecture required to build a scalable and the secure platform, the core principles, and some of the business use cases. Let's start with the business use case. The impact for the financial asset, the impact for the financial stress is a very much well documented. Employees who are experiences financial difficulties demonstrate decreased focus, increased healthcare utilization, and the higher turnover rates. The core issue of the problem is the missed opportunities here. Most enterprise architecture treat workforce management and the financial wellness as a completely separate domain. They work in isolation, meaning we miss critical chances to provide intervention and support when it's needed the most to the workers. On the technical front, all modernized enterprise must navigate complex requirements, maintain strict privacy standards, and ensure a seamless user experience across a variety of different and often cross-functional use cases. To build our effective platform, we need a strong technical foundation. There are few core pillars for the architecture that we have to follow whenever actually we are thinking about to moving any data. We need a sophisticated data orchestration layer which just goes beyond the traditional ETL processes. A key part of this is privacy design. As we deal with the employee data, which is more sensitive, we want to make sure that all our platform are deal with the privacy and security in the mind from the day one. Central of this is the event-driven communication pattern. All the modernized platform need real data for the workforce event, like when employee salary changes, new benefit enrollments. If they move, that means their effective dating are changing, their performance reviews, which can trigger the relevant financial wellness intervention or an opportunity. Our communication layer must handle both synchronous and the asynchronous pattern effectively, and we can achieve this using event streaming platform like Kafka, which is widely used across the industries as the backbone for our hybrid communication model. When we architect this system, we can leverage a number of proven design patterns to address specific challenges. These are not unique. This has been used in the multiple industries, so we can learn from that. Number one is hexagonal architecture, which allow us that how our core business logic to remain independent of the integrations, providing the clear interfaces for the external system for integration. This is vital for a system that connect to the various different providers. Second is the API gateway pattern, which provides a single entry point for all of our integration, offering unified authentication, how to throttle the requests and monitor and tracking. The lastly is circuit breaker pattern, which is crucial for stability. It prevents cascading failures and ensure graceful degradation of functionality when a connected system experiences any issue in case of any failure. We can look into more advanced topic like data mesh architecture for organization with complex data needs, privacy and the security consideration. As I said in the past, these are the must consideration we should take whenever we're talking about the HCM and the financial system. Whenever dealing with the employee financial data, privacy and security are paramount. We should adopt, in fact, we must adopt a zero trust architecture, authenticating authorization each and every request. We should know, regardless of what is the source, who is trying to access the data. This provides the granular control which is essential for the financial data. We should also implement multi-layer encryption. We should encrypt data at all stages at rest, while in transit, even while in use, through the advanced encryption techniques. Token-based authentication, which also allows to support custom roles, fine-grained access control, and with token scope to the specific data types. And finally, we must practice data minimization. We should actively minimize data exchange to only what is absolutely necessary for the specific business functions. Let's talk about what AI can play a role here. AI can make those systems more proactive. It can transform our reactive financial wellness program into a proactive intervention system by analyzing the pattern, by looking into the workforce data and the financial behavior. AI model can definitely identify employees who are at risk for financial stress before it become a crisis for them and impact their capabilities. We can also do this without centralized sensitive data by using federating learning approaches. AI can also leverage NLP techniques to analyze communication pattern for stress indicator and a behavioral analytics to extend beyond direct financial data to include metrics like productivity, sick leave. These are the scoring and the metrics we should align to each and every worker in their workforce. The goal is to use real-time scoring system to enable the immediate response to identified risk factor. The feedback loop is very much critical here. In fact, that's a key for the AI. We learn from our system and continuously refine the accuracy and effectiveness for our AI models over time. Another one of the important applications for HCM fintech integration is personalized nudging. We can leverage the combination of workforce context and the financial data to deliver precise, timely, and the very relevant information. For example, if an employee situation changes, take an example, they get promoted, then they need immediate changes to their retirement contribution or some other financial decision they have to take care of. Or if something happened in their family, or there's a time for enroll for the new benefit at a new deadline, which could change their personalized decisions. So these kind of situations we should handle with the right kind of nudges. We should also look into the behavioral economics also. And also for the effective delivery, we should use multi-channel approach. It can be SMS, it can be the mobile apps, it can be through the notification also. So we can nudges worker with the right information at the right time for all the workflows. Moving beyond traditional batch processing and event-driven architecture enable immediate responses to the employee life event as financial stress indicator that we spoke about in the last slide. The key component of these architecture includes event sourcing pattern that capture the complete history of an employee financial wellness journey, stream processing for real-time analysis of the workforce event as they occur, and carefully design event schema that support the evaluation over the time. By building a system with massive durability, we ensure critical events are never lost. This approach allows for the powerful cross-system correlation, connecting workforce event with the financial behavior pattern to provide real-time analysis. Let's look into the microservice design. The microservice design is perfect for this kind of platform because it's allowed them to evolve rapidly while maintaining the system reliability and scalability. This is particularly valuable when we are integrating with diverse and complex set of HCM and the financial service provider. We design our service boundaries to align with the business capabilities rather than the technical consideration. We have to find a balance between performance and the reliability in our inter-service communication model. Our API design should abstract implementation details while providing flexibility for different integration scenarios. For data consistency, we should consider eventual consistency pattern for appropriate data types, and for our service discovery to enable dynamic scaling and the deployment pattern that will handle the variable demands. A reality for our many enterprises that their core system are legacy. We hardly change the system and upgrade the system. Sometimes is pricey, sometimes is need more investment, or they're hard to upgrade. This system often lacks the modern API capability. They are still using the old data format and very limited real-time integration option. So what are the solution approaches? We can modernize our ETL with the change data capture techniques and build data transformation layer to map between legacy format and the modern API and use adapter pattern to isolate the legacy integration logic. We must also accommodate batch processing windows with caching strategies, time to live, and build in a comprehensive error handling and the retry logic. Let's touch base a little bit of compliance and regulatory architecture consideration also. Compliance is not a side project. Is it required? It's a core architectural consideration, and we should adopt this from the day one, like security. We need a robust data governance framework, and a consent management is critical because we are talking about the employee personal data. We should take their consent to use their data for the different purposes. We need clear data retention policies also that balance regulatory requirement with operational needs using automated management of prevent compliance gap. And also audit trail is must. That must be in detail and immutable to support regulatory examiner and the legal discovery processes. We should build these capabilities into our platform from start to reduce the compliance burden and improve accuracy. Whenever we are serving the large employee population, performance optimization is a constant challenge. Our architecture decision must anticipate peak uses. When is the time where we have like the high load? Maybe the year end, maybe the quarter end, or maybe whenever their payroll runs to talk about the peak while maintaining the responsive performance during the normal operations. Our scalability strategies include multi-tier caching architecture optimized for different usage patterns, database sharding strategies that account for the diverse access patterns, using CDNs for financial execution materials, and the load balancing that considers the stateful nature of financial wellness interactions. We must also ensure our performance monitoring extend beyond simple infrastructure metrics to include business relevant measurements. Let's look at a few examples of this pattern in action. Let's talk about a healthcare organization. A healthcare organization that started small by connecting emergency saving program to their payroll system. This focused approach established core integration pattern and demonstrated value before they expanded to the more complex feature, resulting in significant improvement in employee financial resilience. A technology company leveraged a microservice architecture to create personalized financial education program that adapted to the employee career trajectories. Their event-driven approach enabled real-time responses to promotions and the equity vesting events, which improved retirement saving participation. A manufacturing organization that adopted adaptive pattern to integrate modern financial wellness capabilities without disturbing their established HR processes. This shows how architecture pattern can enable innovation even within a constrained technical environments. And a financial services company face unique compliance challenges. They use sophisticated consent management and the data governance pattern to provide valuable employee benefit while maintaining the strict regulatory compliance. As we look into the future, we'll see several emerging technologies that continue to shape this space, including the advanced AI capabilities beyond simple pattern recognition, blockchain for trust, transparency, and the quantum resistant encryption. We also anticipate greater API standardization across the HCM and the fintech industries. To build truly sustainable platform, we need to follow some key success principles. Start with a clear use case and the success metrics. Design for privacy and security from the beginning. Leverage event-driven pattern for responsiveness and maintain modelized architecture that can support evaluation. Ultimately, this integration is more than just a technical project. It is an opportunity to reimagine how technology supports human potential. Let's take us to the end. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all taking some time to listen. Thank you so much.